Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another segment in the Boston Cafe. A lot of us have family members in jail. A lot of us been in jail ourselves. And one thing that's always been a myth, which is also a fact, is the phones cause a lot of conflict in jail. The phones, the jack, is the lifeline to the free world. Like, dudes take that phone really, really seriously. And just like everything else in jail, in prison, the phone represents your status quo. Just by the time a dude calls home, you can tell where he's standing on the food chain, especially if he's calling at that same time every day. You got a lot of dudes that portray images to their families about how their experience went incarcerated. But this, as a family of someone incarcerated, is the key way to pinpoint, you know what I'm saying, who the individual is really in that environment. When it comes to that phone and how often he calls, etc., the time he calls, etc. Now, me personally, being a conflict-having kind of person in jail, I made sure I always had a prime time slot, to the point where I done got in conflicts that could have been easily avoided. But I'd rather embrace them head on because I wanted that slot time, I wanted that phone time. It was not up for debate. So, being that I started in maxes and mediums, I'm gonna break down the difference that I observed from the max and the medium. Now, a max, they're less possessive on the phone as far as like slot time. In the aspect of that, I mean, you can only get about a half hour or an hour max in a maximum facility because of how they structure the rec run, the phone system, depending on the facility you're in. But now, in a medium, it's different. In a medium, you can actually exude your control by just staying on the phone for 6-7 hours all day. And niggas couldn't say shit. Niggas won't say shit. You in that phone booth all day if you had the money in your books. You feel me? Now that's something you can't do in the max. And shit like that probably wouldn't happen in the max. They got more gangsters. They got more dudes who's just not going for it. You know what I'm saying? So in the max, it's more jurisdictional as far as like the Bloods, I have a couple of phones. The Muslims, I have a phone. Something about Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn always has a phone in every jail. That's like one of the only boroughs that you always see. It doesn't matter where you go, they're gonna have a phone. You got the upstate has a phone. Spanish dudes be having a phone. Like, the phones are segregated like that. Now, because of the phones being separated like that, in a max, it's more communicating going on. It's more understanding amongst each other because it's like, all right, we're in a tense-ass environment. It's more militant. We got 57 homies that we got to divide to get on these 3 phones. Out the 57 homies, maybe only 30 of them use the phone. And out the 30 of them that use the phone, you feel me? Niggas, some of them don't even use it every day. So it's like, we got to be more diplomatic about passing the phone amongst each other. We can't be conflicting with each other when we're in a war zone and we got people from all walks of life, all different type of gangs, you know what I'm saying, out here with us in these yards doing the same thing. Like, if they're peacefully sharing a phone amongst them, why can't we? You feel me? Like, that's more the mind state. And a max. A medium is more childish. It's more young-minded. It's more, what, man, listen, fuck that. I'm trying to keep my bitch in line because they got less time. They feel like they're going to get back to the real world fast enough. So a lot of dudes really hang on to their lifestyle a little bit easier from a medium on that phone. And me, by the time I got to a medium, like I said, I was already a worldwide nigga. My name was already up. I already had put my work in. I was already in position of power, so the transition was real easy for me. And when it wasn't, you make an example, which is what led me to the story I'm gonna tell y'all. This happened in Bear Hill. Now, this is right before they started making you, like, sign a list. Like, niggas started getting so oppressed over the phone. And when I say oppressed, I mean, like, just dudes wasn't allowed to get on the phone because the tough niggas had the phone all day. And they start complaining to the police and the administration. So now what they do naturally is try to construct a system to prevent that. So now they started to try to distribute half-an-hour slots. So that didn't work for so long, because then you force somebody to write it, act like it's them, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's really you. So the time I'm gonna refer to is in Bear Hill. I'm not gonna say son name, but I remember I signed up 10 o'clock. Now my shorty will tell you, my mother will tell you, my friends will tell you, any of y'all niggas that was in the facility with me will tell you, 10 o'clock was my motherfucking slot. I don't give a fuck what jail I went to. I don't give a fuck who had it before me. If we not gonna share that shit and rotate that shit, one day you, one day me, one day you, if we not doing it like that, neither one of us gonna have it, because we going to the box. And that's just how I was on it. I made it that much of a mission for me with that phone. But a lot of times I didn't really have that issue. Dude, stay out the way, because I was, like I said, I'm a LeBron James in the field. I'm making moves. I'm a power shaker, like, so niggas didn't play when it came to me and that phone. Like, oh yeah, you fuck with this phone, not only will I fuck you up, nigga, I'll keep your ass sober for the next 2-3 months, nigga. Won't get your shit, sell your shit. You feel me? I had a lot going on at the time, so I was young and witty and had heart and balls of steel. I wasn't with the shit, especially when it came to that phone. So, there was an individual. He was a fake 10 o'clock nigga before I got there. But now, when I make my announcement or my power move for that time slot, and you don't stand up and man up then, that shit is dead. There's no sneak using it. Oh, I'm gonna get on tomorrow for a few minutes because the yard closed at 10. I know he gonna go to the yard, and when he come back, no. That's not your slot. Don't touch that fucking phone no more, nigga, at that time. So basically what happened is, there was a couple of times I noticed that what he would do is, when I would go to the yard, knowing that the yard don't come back till like 10:10, then I run, jump in the shower real quick. So he ended up not even, you know what I'm saying, having to pass up the phone until 10:30. I like tend to click 10:30, because sometimes I'll take a quick shower. I'll be out that bitch and on the phone by 10:15, 10:17, like. So I don't want nobody on it. So when I grab it, I can have it until 11:30. This nigga, now I believe in the hype, I guess, because I have freckles. I don't know. But he called himself doing this shit. Again, did it again. First time he did, I'm like, come on, bro, let's go. He's like, but you gotta get in the shower and shit and all that, man. I said, I don't give a fuck. When I get out, I wanna go straight in there as I'm drying off. Like, nigga, that's it. Let me get that. So, boom, when he did it the second time, he did it more so, oh, I'm coming right now, I'm coming right now, I'm coming right now. I'm like, psh, and I just walked away. Now, when he did it the third time, he was arguing with his bitch. So he was more in his feelings. He was more like, I don't know if he was arguing, but he had a bad aura with him. And like, so now when I come in the dorm, as soon as you walk in the dorm, you see the phone booth. I see a nigga in the phone booth. As I walk towards the phone booth, we lock eyes, and then he turned his back to like the glass and shit. He talking into the phone. So I'm fucking knocking. I open the phone booth door. Yo, what's up? He like, yo, don't just open the door like that, yo. Why you ain't knocked? Ah, I'm like, yo, what? Yo, boy, get the fuck off my slot, my nigga. The fuck is you talking about? This nigga sits down on the chair. He said, yo, I'll be off in a minute, man. Yeah, get your shower, nigga. By the time you get out, I'll be done. I said, no, get off the phone now. He said, I'll be done in a minute, man. Nigga sits on the chair, turns his back. Man, I straight mule kicked this nigga. Like, I turned like I was about to walk out the phone booth, and I mule kicked the shit out this nigga. His nigga head hit the wall. Boom! You know what happened? He went out, night-night, snoring out. Like, you feel me? As he slid down, the nigga snort. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, shit. Pick the phone up, hang the phone up. You know what I'm saying? I could have been disrespectful. I could have talked mad shit, made his family panic. But nah, I ain't do that. Just hung the phone up. You know what I'm saying? Just hung the phone up. So boom, I walked out the bathroom. After you put in work in jail, you get the fuck out of there. So now, boom. I'm not trying to make it hot. I go stay in the bathroom. Because now if you really smoky, you gonna come in the bathroom. We gonna finish this shit how it's supposed to go. If you're not smoky, you gonna take your ass in the dorm. You gonna sit in your motherfucking cube like ain't nothing happened. Nigga, it's lit though, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I kick a nigga the shit. So when he finally get up, you know, of course, I didn't get on the phone that night, but neither did he. So the nigga, he come out there. We go to his cube. Nigga say we in his cube doing something in the lockup. I send my little homies over there. So yo, tell nigga I said come to the bathroom. So they go tell nigga, yo, Jazz I said come to the bathroom. He said, yo man, yo, tell that nigga get hand with all that shit, man. Get hand with all that shit. He copped out, gave me the victory. So you know the next message, yo, all right, well then pack your shit, nigga, cause you can't stay here. I can't be worried about you trying to get some get back or you know what I'm saying, trying to attack me in my sleep. This is an open dorm setting. Nah, you gotta pack your shit. And nonetheless, y'all know what happened. He packed it, nigga. He jacked it and packed it. That's just one story about the phones, nigga. There's always some shit with that phone. And I hope y'all enjoy that little small tribute, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna release this out early to my members only. After my members only, I'll release it to the public tomorrow, man. Hope y'all enjoy. Salute.